Okay, so now, so I took this and I measured it, I put it out on a sheet of OSB, and here's the thing. So if I were to measure the first angle and put 7.5 here, and then 5.5 centimeters here, and then 4.5, I would have a very nice, exactly opposite shape I need for this side panel to fit on there. So what I had to do is I had to do it inversely. So and we're not going to touch that anymore, right?
No.
Good. Interesting that I've managed to do these calculations with the occasional. So anyway,
I want some nibs, Daddy. Just wait a second.
So what I got here was I made 7.5 0, and then I've measured everything from 7.5 because in order to make this shape fit, I've got to go here, right? It's a shape that's going to go along like this, and it's going to get higher, and then it's going to come down lower. So I actually need the opposite measurements of what I have here. So starting off with 7.5 is 0. Believe me, I'm no mathematician, but here's my calculations. Starting with 7.5 is 0, then I subtract each one from the 7.5, and it gives me the correct inverse, I guess is the thing, figure. And so ultimately I should, I'm now going to take my tape measure and I'm going to measure out 2 centimeters, or 0, then I'm going to go 2 centimeters, it's about there, at that point, and then I'm going to go 3 centimeters at that, I'm going to go 3 centimeters at that point, I'm going to go 4 centimeters at that point, I'm going to go 5 centimeters at this point, I'm going to go 5.5 centimeters at that point, and so on all the way down to the other end, measuring it out. And then I'll be able to cut that out. And theoretically, it should be perfect. But, and I've determined that I'm going to have to start right at the front with this piece. This piece constitutes the edge, the edge, and this is what this shape that I'm going to cut this out at across here is going to determine, is what I'm going to bend the my bendy plywood over top of to make a nice round shape for the front. It's going to go up like this, like that. And so in order to do that, the side has to come down, and it has to come down like this, and then I'll bend the plywood up over the top of it like that. Hope this is understandable. Makes sense to me. So, and enjoying this process, and it's a great excuse to get outside every day, so really liking that. And I came up with an idea. I think every town should have, we've got community gardens are becoming very popular now, and I think every town should have community workshops, a gazebo or an outdoor area that has plugins and work tables and stuff where people can go out and build things in their community, outside, without, if they live in apartments or whatever, those things should be made available to people. Bring your own tools. Anyway, just an idea. All right.